Hi, this is Meghna. Today I'm going to demonstrate about my Android application project. My project is a hospital management project, that is healthcare services. Here the user can make an appointment, and he can also find his billing information, and also he also have a dengue tester activity. Like dengue tester page where he enters his platelets count and finds if what his stage in with the dengue, and also he also can get has a finders activity. So let me just go ahead and show you the execution of the app, and later on I'll show you the coding part of where it is done. It also has a profile page where you can click where you can save your profile into this app. So I have used SQLite database and camera and geolocation, and also you will be able to share your billing and profile details to your Gmail. So this is how it looks like. First it asks you to sign up. So let me just sign up. Let me just give some numbers and sign into this. Without sign up you can't sign in. Once you are done with the sign up, go over there. As I have already tested this, so it is not asking me any permissions in my emulator. But without if you are running it for the first time, it asks you for the permissions to allow for GPS in your emulator and to allow for camera. This applications asks all these permissions, and also it asks you to allow this app to run in your emulator. So I have already allowed them, so it is not asking me for that. So just I'm just signing in. So these are all the elements that are present in my health app, that is my healthcare application. So first I'm going into profile. Here I can if you click on change photo, you can change your photo. You can change your pic. So I'm just clicking one more. So once if you say to store it, save it, then it gets changed. Then you can click on save button. Then the information gets saved and comes back to the home page. If you want to share it, then click on share. So I'm trying to share it to my Gmail. So go to Gmail and just click, and I'm just sending it to myself. So I'm just sending it. So it shares it with your Gmail. Then to go back to your app, to go back to the home page, click on home button. Here home, that image. Then it goes back to the home page, and then here I'll go to appointments page and create a new appointment. So I'm just selecting in some random doctor. Select the date, time for your appointment, then place appointment and click on place appointment. Then it creates this. You can also cancel your appointment then by clicking on cancel. So it cancels your all the appointment. I mean, so if you want to, so let me just add one more. Then place appointment. Then you can see that your appointment is created. Then click on home image, it goes to home button. Then I would like to show you a dengue tester. Here I have given some like a platelet count. I have given some random count, that if it is less than 2 lakh, then it shows that it is in danger. Or see, it shows that it is in danger. If it is more than this, then it shows it is in B alert mode. If it is then if I add one more, it shows that it is a normal. It is, if you reduce it too much, then it also says highly suspected. Sorry. Let me enter a different number. See, it shows that it is highly suspected. So I just added these conditions to check your platelet count and all. Once you click, once you want to go to home page, then click on home button, and then now I'll go to my health page where all the test information will be seen. As this is not the real one, so I just made this page static. So these are the static tests that it shows. So once you click on home button, it goes back, and then in the payments information you can see your billing thing. Even this billing information is static, but when you click on pay, it says that it is paid. That means once you are done, um, you can send your bills also to your Gmail or to anything wherever you want to show. I mean, sorry, to your Gmail. Under Gmail, admin at the rate health app will be in CC for I have put this in my CC code because so that the bill will be an extra bill will be even with the hospital. The patient bill will be saved even with the hospital Gmail. So I'm just sending this. So one then if you want to go back, then go back to your home page. So under finders, you have two options, that is view on map and call. View on map will allow you to search your location from search the time and routes from your location to the hospital. So let me just go here and enter. This is just like a Google Maps. I have taken the reference in my code. I have taken the URL Google Maps, so it acts like your Google Maps. Let me just click your location. So I'm just giving the location. So New Jersey, Edison. So now it loads and says you the time, just like your Google Maps. This is the map it shows. Sorry, it is just loading. So these are the information of bus informations for car. So it gives you the map for car, and with bus also it shows you all the routes, and it says how long will it take with bike and walk. Then go back. This is the execution part. You can also place a call. If this health app is running in another emulator, then you can enter that emulator number here and then call to that emulator. uh, but if it is not, it goes to a static number. I have put a static number there. So this is with the execution. So I would like to show one more thing, that all the information that I have sent to my Gmail, I would like to show that. Before that, to do this, you have to download a Gmail app in your emulator. So these are the, see if you see. So I have sent bills. So your bills is sent, and then if you go back, it says your image, everything is sent. So this is how this works. So I would like to show the coding part for the advanced features, that is for camera, GPS, and SQLite database, and for sharing purposes, um, and also for the call and map. So I'll just minimize this. So first, and for the permissions as well. So for the permission, I have added this code in the Android manifest.xml. Under this you'll find all this permissions. It will ask for all these permissions, that is for internet, SMS, call, and location, and for your and for storing your image into, I mean, and for loading your camera and storing that images in your storage. So then later on, I would like to show how I would first like to show my profile activity, as my profile is the first page. Before that, I would like to show my login information. So as login is the next page before profile. So for login, I have here under main activity class, I have declared all these variables, and in the on create function, I'm sending this information to database. So this will set my database and pass this information. Under find views, it takes all the information of the user using the ID with these variables, and under sign up, it takes up all the information, and it also validates the password and re-entered password. If they are not equal, then it prompts sign up failed. If they are equal, then it prompts sign up success. Then after that, sign in page. So it also, once you sign in, it checks for whether that user is present using the validation. So if the validation is successful, then it says sign in success. So next thing is profile. So inside profile activity, to save the image, I have created all these variables. Sorry. So to save the image, I have declared a variable image view. So your image will be set using a set picture function. So I have added this, I have assigned this variable action underscore image captured to this intent. So once the intent is done, it will start the activity for result function. On the activity function, uh, once the data, the data is assigned to BP. So once the BP is BP variable, that is bitmap, so it will be stored to your, then it calls the function save to internal storage, and then it sets the sets the image. That is, once your pick is clicked, then it will ask you for the permission to whether to save it or not. So once you click on tick mark, then it saves that image as your profile pic. So it saves. So this, as I told you, it calls the save to internal storage. So this function here, it stores the image as a PNG file into the emulator storage. I have done this using file output stream. Have declared a file output stream variable, and then I have outputted my image to the storage. So this is how my camera works, and then this is how my profile, profile picture is saved. Then I would like to show you how my user information and appointment information, that is user information is profile data, and also the login information is saved in my database. So for that, you can go into user class. Inside user class, if you see all this data of user, that is the this is the basic profile data that is in the profile activity page. You can see all this data. So this data is passed into a database. So with the create table query, this variable will be passed to your database under, if you see under database activity. So inside, so see, create table query is passed, user dot create database is passed to your database, that is db. This query will pass it to your database, that user information to database. And then after this, um, so this is your this is your login details. For this login details, it is again, it will save your details as an ID through ID, and it will store that into your database. And then I'm coming to appointment. Inside appointment activity, all the information like date, doctors, and all are declared in the appointment activity.java. For saving the appointment details into the database, go to appointment.java class under support. So here it it shares all the database. I mean, it shares all the uh, details of appointment to the database. It sends through this query. So this is how it gets stored. That is, it saves using the user ID, and based on the user ID, it saves that appointment details. So inside that is the appointment details are like here, like you see, the appointment time, date, and doctor. So it is getting stored inside appointment inside the database using appointment ID. If you see in database.java, the second line is after the user information is in the on create function of SQL database. I mean SQLite database. This appointment is getting stored. So this is how my database information is, I mean, passed and stored inside the database. That is the users and the appointment details. And for the geolocation, you have to go to finders activity. That is here. Okay, this is the activity. Inside finders activity, in open map view function, I'm calling another class, that is map activity. So for that, go into map activity class, that is here. So inside map activity, under init web view function, um, let me just scroll this out so that it will. So I'm calling this I'm using this URL, I'm loading this URL and calling and calling get latitude function of my location class. So with which will set your latitude and longitude, and these are the default latitude and longitude, that is the latitude and longitude of your hospital, of my hospital. So once this is done, so this is where my geolocation and the location details are stored. So this is it with the advanced features for sharing purposes. So inside profile activity, if you scroll down, this is for saving. This I have declared a save function, and for sharing share function, here it asks this share start activity. This will allow you to select whichever application you want to select and share it. So this will allow you to share it to that share.set type. This will allow you to share your profile image, and regarding the billing, if you see, you have to go to billing activity, that is, sorry, payment activity. So under payments activity, if you see in CC, you have admin application app. So here I have declared a variable email CC list. So inside CC list, you always have the hospital app for the hospital people to have the billing information of the patient. So I have added it here. So whenever you click on that pay option, so under pay function, whenever the text view is clicked, it shows that it is paid. So these are all the advanced features in my health application app. So thank you, hope you liked it and understood this. Thank you so much.